Hello and welcome back everybody. Today's session is a mobility session focused on our thoracic region, which I think every person on the planet could benefit from, but especially parents who are always like this holding baby. So it will really open everybody up. For today's session you need a foam roller and that is it. If you don't have a foam roller though, don't worry, you can just use like a rolled up towel or something like that and that'll work just fine. I'll explain in the session. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so on our mat we will start with the roller. So if you don't have a roller and you're using a rolled up towel, I usually go a beach towel because they're usually a bit bigger so you can get a fatter roll. But place it on the mat and then you're going to lie long ways down it so your spine is directly over the roller or the towel. And the first stretch is my favourite. We're literally just going to lie here over the roller. Try and relax into it, so let your shoulders try and get closer to that ground, let gravity do its thing. You can do some deep breaths into it. You can, if you want to, just have a little shimmy side to side and you'll feel those muscles between your shoulder blades getting a nice little massage there. Or you can just lie there, whatever's feeling more comfortable for you at the moment. Then we'll start doing some what I call snow angels, so just moving those arms around and you'll find certain ranges feel a lot tighter so you can spend more time in those areas. And if that's too sore, just keep lying there. Do this a couple of times in the day to open it up and then you can build to the snow angels. Alright, very good. So roll off the side of the roller, that is the easiest way to do it. We're going to go into a thread the needle stretch. If you don't have a foam roller, don't worry, you don't need it. I just like to use this to get me that extra range of movement. So threading underneath, opening up. So really trying to get as much thoracic rotation as possible both ways. Good, we're going to go 2 more this side, then we'll swap to the other side. Last one. Good, and swapping to the other side. Opening up. Good, and last one. Good. So you can get rid of that roller now. Lying on our side, we're going to do an open the book stretch. So you can either have both legs bent together and we'll be opening through our chest to the opposite side, trying to get your shoulder to the ground and your head follows your hand. If that doesn't feel strong enough for you, what you can do is lengthen your bottom leg, top leg goes over, and then you do the same thing. And it just locks it up a bit more. So you can choose what's more comfortable. You can always progress or regress. Good. But this is another one of my favourites. I do it all the time. Great to do in bed as well. If you're waking up sore and stiff in the mornings. Good, and swapping sides. Really trying to draw that arm open, get a little bit extra range each time. Go 2 more this side. Good. Coming onto your hands and knees, we're going to do a little cat-cow stretch. So when you're down there, your head's up and your bum's out, trying to sink through your spine and your shoulder blades as far as you can go. And then the opposite, so curling head and bum underneath and trying to make that spine as tall as possible, pulling those shoulder blades apart. Good. Good, walk those hands forward, drop into a happy puppy stretch. So trying to drop that chest towards the ground, trying to get that nice extension through our mid-back. And breathing into it. Good. Now with those knees, make them a little bit wider than hip width. You're going to drop those hips back. We're going to do a modified child's pose. So with your left hand first, you're going to thread it underneath your body and then you're dropping down. If you pull back on that left arm a little bit, you'll feel that shoulder blade gets a nice stretch. So you can do that as well. And swapping sides, so right hand underneath, pulling back on that arm a bit, nice shoulder blade stretch. Good, then both arms out in front to a child's pose, but we're going to go side to side and stretch out the sides of our thoracic. Through our lats and our obliques. Good, then coming onto our side, to a little side plank, a little bit of core mixed into a bit of mobility. But we're going to do a thread the needle side plank. So threading underneath, opening up, good, threading underneath, opening up. Now you can hold this at the top the whole time if you want, but if you rather just a little bit of a stretch, you can lower down each time. But nice for our shoulder stability, our obliques, and our thoracic mobility, and our glutes. So it's a bit of a bang for buck exercise, which is good for time poor people. Okay, last one. Good, and then swapping sides. Threading underneath, coming up tall, good, threading underneath, coming up tall, and remember you can lower each time, or you can hold it up if you want that extra challenge. Good. And last one. Good. Take a seat in the middle, just roll those shoulders. Going to do a bit of a neck stretch to finish. So sitting on your hand, opposite hand takes your head over and across. Good. Good. Give those shoulders a roll and you are done. Hope you're feeling a little bit more limber for that. And try and pick one of those stretches to do daily, and it'll make a big difference into your mid-back and your posture and just your general tension in the area.